3-year tenure. How much is the total interest, the coupon interest that has been accumulated? You multiply this figure by 3 years tenure. So you have 2,481,150 naira. This is what you are going to earn at the end of 3 years tenure as far as FJ savings bond is concerned. Now, if you don't like FJ savings bond, now let's look at commercial paper. Will you be investing in FJ savings bond, or you prefer to put your money in commercial paper? These two investments belong to a fixed income market. If the federal government of Nigeria wishes to raise loan, they issued FJ savings bond. If the reputable companies in Nigeria wishes to raise loan, they do that through the commercial paper, which means it is only the federal government of Nigeria that can issue FJ savings bond, while the companies in Nigeria can issue a commercial paper. Every first week of every month, FJ savings bond usually opens for investment to the general public. And of course, for the month of September, the FJ savings bond covers 2 years tenure and 3 years tenure. The coupon interest, which is usually paid on quarterly basis, for the 2 years tenure is 15.541 for, and 3 years tenure is 16.541. Now, for the purpose of this calculation, I am adopting 3 years tenure using 5 million naira. And of course, the list of the money you can use to invest in FJ savings bond is 5,000 naira, while the maximum is 50 million. So since I'm using 3 years tenure, this is the interest. So I have 16.541 multiplied by 5 million divided by 100. I'm going to have 827,050 naira. So this is the coupon interest. But since it's being paid on a quarterly basis, I need to divide it by 4, which means for the first quarter of the year, if you want to receive, since this one starts from September, so I go to have September, October, November, December. So you get this one. You start again, December, January, February, March, you collect again. Then March, April, May, June, you take again. Then June, July, August, September, you take again. So when you sum up together, you have this. That's for the first year. Since you have applied for 3 years tenure, that money will be rolled over, the interest will be rolled over for the second year and the third year, which will now be 2028 by September. And of course, at the end of the 3 years tenure, how much is the total interest, the coupon interest that has been accumulated? You multiply this figure by 3 years tenure. So you have 2,481,150 naira. This is what you are going to earn at the end of 3 years tenure as far as FJ savings bond is concerned. Now, if you don't like FJ savings bond, now let's look at commercial paper. Now, as far as commercial paper is concerned, presently, Dangote Sugar offered series 13 and 14 of commercial paper. The company wishes to raise a sum of 300 billion naira. Now, let's take a look at 180 days. For the 180-day tenure is 20.66%. And for 265 days is 21.16%. I'm using 265 days. Now, I'm also using 5 million naira. And of course, the limit of the amount you can put in for the commercial paper is 5 million. So multiply by the percentage, which is 21.60% divided by 100. You are going to have 1,058,000. And take note, you don't expect to earn all this, because for one of the applications I've used to do the calculation, I've discovered that this is subject to withholding tax and some custodial fee. So in that case now, by the time they take withholding tax and the custodial fee, you may eventually lend with about 700,000 naira, which will not be the interest. And this interest, two things happen. Either you decide to collect your interest the same day you invest, or you decide to collect it at the end of the tenure. Now take notes. Why FJ savings bond is issued by the federal government? The commercial paper is being issued by the company. That is one. Again, the purpose of FJ savings bond is to finance deficit budget or to provide basic infrastructure. In terms of commercial paper, the purpose of raising commercial paper is for short-term and working capital. That's another difference. Why FJ savings bond is not subject to withholding tax? This interest you are saying is not subject to withholding tax. But here, the interest is subject to withholding tax. And of course, this is the safest means of investment as far as this country is concerned, because it's being backed up by the full faith of the federal government of Nigeria. Why this one? It has a little element of risk. So this is good for a risk averse or a risk neutral investor. Then apart from that one again, The maturity, when you talk about the maturity, tenure, this one has a longer tenure, while this one has a shorter tenure. This has between 2 to 3 years. Why this is usually less than a year. So it depends on what you want. Do you want to invest your money in the FJ savings bond or a commercial paper? Don't forget, if you need a steady income, you go for FJ savings bond. This guarantees a steady flow of income. On a quarterly basis, you earn your income. While this, your interest comes once, but this comes quarterly. So whatever the one you want, you may take decision. Do not forget, here, the least 5,000 naira. Here, the least is 5 million naira. While the highest amount they can invest here is 50 million naira. With this, let's call it a day. Thank you.